So Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. I think it's just like an average ballpark. I think it's
we've got the E and the F tier this time around, by the way, so that's fun.
I feel like it should be a C, maybe a D tier. I don't know how highly we're gonna rank a lot of these, but I think it's just kind of like an average ballpark. I think if you described baseball and you described a field that baseball is played on, and someone like just thought of it, I think Great American Ballpark is a fair one. I think that's just like perfectly average.
Sure, I can agree with that. Angel Stadium, in my opinion, I think Angel Stadium is it could be a pretty high tier place. I think I like it.
I agree. I think you have the rocks in center field, very nice.
Yeah, on the rocks, you've got the
cool
big A, obviously.
Waterfall, right?
Yeah, I think there's a wonderful.
I think Angel Stadium is a good one. I might go A tier with it.
We'll be appropriate and put it in the A tier. Rogers Center.
Angels.
There we go. So we've got I think this is the Blue Jays, am I right? The
Rogers nearly Center. Dying with Splash.
The Blue Jays play Rogers Center?
Yes, Blue Jays. I think it's fine.
I never hated that place.
No, I think it's solid. It's like a C tier. I'd say C tier.
We're gonna see. Maybe low B, but I'll put it in C. Dodger Stadium is S tier.
Yeah. Chavez Ravine.
It's about as iconic as it gets. Not really much needs to be said there, honestly. Progressive.
I like Progressive. Field. I think it should be B tier. I think you have the iconic wall in left, not quite Green Monster, but nothing is a Green Monster. Good atmosphere in Cleveland. Loved watching the World Series there in 2016. I think Progressive is a good stadium.
We can go B tier.
Yeah, B tier.
Wrigley's actually we're slightly out of date because it has the Indians mark on it, but they're now the Guardians, I think.
Guardians. How do you feel about the name changes? Guardians, Commanders. Like, how long do you think it's going to take to get used to them?
A little bit. I think I'm not really used to Guardians yet, and that one's been around longer. I'm probably going to get used to. I'm used to Kraken, yeah.
Okay. And Golden Knights, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody's used to Golden Knights by now. I think I'll be used to Commanders a little bit once that season starts, or like once Madden, like if Madden updates the game and has the new stuff in it, then which I doubt they'll do. So
yeah. So Wrigley's S tier.
Wrigley's S tier. No comment. Not really much of a question about that. You got the ivy on the wall and everything like that.
How do you feel about Minute Maid? Because I like the Crawford boxes, the train, the Jorge Soler, Albert Pujols, just absolute moonshots to left.
I need to purge from my mind the memory that like a cheating team played there.
Fair.
But it's cool. It doesn't have like that weird hill in the outfield.
I think they flattened it. It used to be a flat. I think Minute Maid is like taking a step down in recent years because I think Tal's Hill was like, that's what baseball. That is baseball to me. Tal's Hill, the Green Monster, the Ivy in Wrigley, like that's baseball. That is unequivocally baseball to me. That you have these weird quirks. Every field's a little bit different. So
every field having like its own weird thing is like just.
I would put Minute Maid probably B tier, probably A tier before, like with Tal's Hill. I think B tier without.
I'm gonna go B tier. PNC Park.
I've heard a lot of good things about PNC Park. 21-foot wall in right in honor of Roberto Clemente. I think it's unspectacular, but I think it's like a good unspectacular.
Yeah, it's like sense. It's not out there, but I guess it's one of those like less is more type deals.
Yeah, like I think it's a good baseball stadium. It's a good.
I like that shrub that they have in the outfield with like the Pirates word mark. That's cool. So
okay, I go B or C on this.
We'll go B. We'll be nice. We'll go B.
Camden Yards is absolutely gorgeous. Like I know it's a tiny bit out of date because it was made in the 90s, but it is stunning. Like the bricks.
I love how like what's that building called? The Baltimore or no the
I don't know what it is.
What's it called?
The building like across the street.
Yeah.
Like the Griffey one that he like hit in a home run derby.
You can see in the outfield. It's like the I don't know what it's called. I need to look it up.
Yeah, I'm blanking on what it's called, but I do think It's a good ball. I would say at least B tier, maybe A tier. It's gorgeous. It authored in a new age of baseball stadiums. So I think it's up there. I think it's one of the best.
I'm trying to look up.
I'm torn between A and B tier.
I really want to get the name of that place. I guess it doesn't have a single name. I guess it's more than one building, but it is. But it's a cool building outside of it. So we'll go A or S or whatever we're doing.
I go A.
We'll go A. Kauffman Stadium's really nice.
Yeah,
I like Kauffman
love the
Stadium.
Waterfall, like the fountains in center.
Yeah,
it has solid dimensions. It's like a fun place to watch a game, like visually.
I also enjoy how they had. I remember there was like a helicopter that was flying over the stadiums, and they got caught playing Mario Kart on the jumbotron. I think the jumbotron has a name. I forget what it's called, but
that is funny.
That was funny.
I think Kauffman's an A tier.
Yeah, Kauffman's A tier. How do you pronounce this? Comerica Park?
Yeah, Comerica Park. I've been to Comerica. It is very beautiful. There's fountains. You have the Wall of Legends with Cobb and Gehringer and Trammell and co. I think it's a really good place for a baseball game. It's sort of that. I think it's better than Cincinnati, better than Toronto. It's kind of in that mold of Pittsburgh. That it's kind of. This is what it means to play baseball because it's a huge outfield.
Yeah.
Like triples galore outfield. So I would say B tier. I'd say I think it's.
I'll trust you on it because you've been there. So
really good stadium. Coors Field.
Coors Field.
I love Coors.
Coors Field looks really nice.
Yeah. The I don't know how much of it is the altitude, but just it's fun watching games at Coors. It's fun. The outfield's huge. You get a bunch of doubles, triples, extra base hits, home runs because you're a mile high. Sure. I think it might be A tier. I think it's a really pretty stadium.
I enjoy watching games there sometimes. So not like in person, obviously, but Citi Field.
I don't. Obviously, it's going to come across as like Braves bias, Mets bias, but I think it's fine. There's like the Apple.
Too much of an issue with it.
The
Apple's obviously.
Shit. Yeah.
No, the Apple's still there at Citi Field.
Yeah. Okay. The Apple's still there.
I
think that's iconic.
Like
different Apple,
but it's like they still do that.
I mean, it's fine.
I never had an issue with it. I like it. I like how the outfield seats are like pretty high up. A lot of stadiums don't sometimes have that, but
I'd probably go C tier. I think it's fine. Nothing special. Also, it's a terrible run environment.
Unfortunately, yes. We'll go C tier. Busch Stadium.
I feel like Busch is another one kind of like Cincinnati that if you just describe baseball, you'll end up with a field like Busch Stadium. So I know there's been multiple Busch Stadiums and they're each varying degrees of iconic. The name is iconic. I don't think this particular stadium is iconic, if that makes sense.
I think the only nice thing about it is that like it on a clear day you can see the arch in the background. But that's like kind of it. So
yeah.
We can go we'll go C tier, I guess.
Yeah.
I think this is the Oakland Coliseum. I think we're probably gonna like drop this into like E or F tier. Honestly, it's not great.
I don't know. I think like when I play baseball video games, I've always liked playing at the Coliseum. But I like the playing surface is weird. The stadium seating situation is weird. The whole place ground is weird.
Feels like it's just dilapidated. It feels like sometimes.
I go D tier.
Yeah, it's definitely like low. Guaranteed rate field.
Okay, I've been here. Screams generic baseball stadium to me.
Yeah,
also
I'm like looking. I have pictures on the side. It looks pretty generic. But
yeah, I would say probably C, maybe even D tier. I hate the name.
Yeah, I would go D then because of the name.
Because it used to be U.S. Cellular Field. Like that actually had like a bit of that was cool, but guaranteed rate.
Guaranteed?
No.
Okay. Target Field.
I would probably go B tier with Target Field. I like watching Twins games there.
I don't think it's terrible. I think it's pretty solid. I watched the Winter Classic
right
there.
field. Yeah, so there's some nuance to it. I think I would say B tier.
Sure, we're gonna B tier.
And we have a perfect bell curve so far.
There we go.
Globe Life is
Field.
absolutely gorgeous.
It is fantastic.
It is gorgeous. I was
and
trying to go there for the
I'm not just
World
saying that
Series
because
and
that's yeah, I'm not just saying that because that's where the Dodgers won the World Series, but no, that place is nice. I think it's cool.
Gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I would say A tier.
It doesn't look as good as the renders, unfortunately, but it never does in really any stadium, unfortunately. But what are you gonna do? So A tier place, I like it.
Truist, another one I've been to. Love the food options there. The ballpark itself is like fine. It's probably like a B tier, maybe even high C tier. Like the ballpark's fine. I love the other things you can do at the ballpark. That it's like in the city. It is in Smyrna, and there's like a battery. It's called the Battery. It's like it's almost like a mall sort of deal that you have a bunch of different restaurants, a bunch of different stores. So it's like integrated in integrated in the city.
I get what you mean. That's kind of what they're building around SoFi. So I can see what you mean. So
I'd say probably B tier.
We'll go B tier. That sounds like a nice place to be. We'll go B tier.
It's a really nice place to watch a game.
Chase Field.
You have the pool in right field. That's cool. You have the really deep left center.
You can one thing that I always see like on YouTube is like when people are like filming there, you can see the ball really well against the roof when it's closed. So I think that's nice.
I think it's a good stadium. I'd probably go B tier with it.
I'd go B tier. I've never really had any complaints with Chase Field.
That's one I want to go to. But did I tell you the Braves story?
No.
Braves D-backs. So the Braves are going to open the 2020 season in Phoenix. And I was going to the game. I was going to go with Jacob, my buddy from Navs. I was going to go with him. I was going to pay for tickets. I was going to pay for gas. We were going to drive up, watch the game Saturday. Then the freaking pandemic shuts everything down. I live in Arizona for 3 years, and the Braves don't play at Chase Field.
I know for a fact that you're not the only one that's been affected by that sort of thing.
Yes,
so
I'm sure plenty of people.
Man. It sucks. What can you say? Petco Park.
I think Petco's nice. It's kind of like an off-brand Dodger Stadium almost.
It's Dodger Stadium South, as I like to call it.
Oh well, that's because the Dodgers win there. I'm just
all
talking
the damn time, but
yes. Other than that one game that was like 16 innings, that was a fun one.
They won that one too, I think.
They did?
Yeah. The one where
Mookie had a diving catch to save.
Yeah, Mookie had the ridiculous diving catch. Yeah, that was definitely.
Okay, never mind. Okay, I'd probably go B tier. I think it's fine.
Yeah, we'll go B tier.
Fenway's S.
We don't no debate. Honestly, I'd be willing to put Marlins Park in like a high tier just because of how wild it is. Like
I think there's like lots of fun stuff going on. You have the Clevelander. There's a pool. There's the like
pool.
I've always wanted
fish
to go.
tank in the outfield.
I think it's an A. I think it's A. A. Easily.
Citizens Bank Park.
I like the Liberty Bell.
Yeah, the Liberty Bell's dope.
Weird dimensions. It's fine. I would say B tier.
Sure, but the Liberty Bell is pretty cool. Oracle Park. I don't like the Giants, obviously, but
really,
shocker, right? I know. But I like the splash hit thing. That's pretty cool. I like watching.
I like that. I like the dimensions. The triples alley in right field. The weird like garage doors in right. I think it's a good ballpark. You have the glove. Deep
the glove is cool. The giant Coke sign. You could just whack it into McCovey Cove. So
yeah. I think it's maybe A tier.
I'll go A tier. We'll be nice to the Giants for once. What is this?
American Family Field.
So Miller Park, pretty much.
F for the name.
F for the name for sure.
F for the name. I'm putting it at F tier. That is an awful name. The stadium itself is cool. You have the slide that the Brewers mascot. I'm blanking on his name. I should know his name, but the Brewers mascot like slides down a slide in left. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Absolute disaster of a name.
Has anyone ever hit a ball into that slide?
Ooh.
Has to have had it happen at least once.
I think it's like 500 feet for a good 520 away.
Jeez. So probably not. That'd be cool if it did happen though. We got Nationals Park.
I've been there. Very nice ballpark. It's kind of in that same vein of Great American and Citi Field and Busch, that if you're describing a baseball game, you're going to describe something like Nationals Park.
Yeah,
so I think it's probably
we'll put it with them. Yeah, why not? This is the T-Mobile Park. Is what that looks like. That says
gorgeous. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's one of the more up-to-date ballparks in terms of like state-of-the-art facilities. They always have an updated food menu. They always have, they have great food. I've never been there, but they have great food.
A tier then?
Good atmosphere. Yeah, I would say A tier.
Yeah. Probably not as iconic as like Dodger Stadium or Wrigley Field or Yankee Stadium, which is
the problem with Yankee Stadium is that it's not the old Yankee Stadium. I think old Yankee Stadium is an automatic S, but new Yankee Stadium is probably an A tier.
Yeah, like we'll slap it in A tier, but if it was the old Yankee, it'd be S for sure. Tropicana Field to round it out.
Been here before. I know that I like it because it's quirky.
Yeah, the Tampa Bay Lightning used to play there.
Really?
Like half the stadium was like actually where the Lightning played, and the other half was just like this giant Comic Con, pretty much, for Tampa Bay Lightning stuff. Like, it was crazy.
I had no idea. I know there was a March Madness there, like 92, 93, because that's why they built it originally. But that is wild that they used to
like find pictures. It was such a weird setup, but yeah, they used to play at Tropicana Field.
All right. I think it's quirky. I like it. I would say probably B tier. I know other people are going to disagree. I know that's going to be a strong disagree one. But I think it's B tier. I think it's quirky. You have the Ray tank. You have some goofy dimensions. You have the catwalks. I think the catwalks are one of the more unique things in baseball, and I think that's well worth having B tier.
All right. So those are our tier list. No disrespect to the actual stadium of American Family Field, but you should still be called Miller Park. Yeah, and until you change your name, screw you. So
facts.